Hey, Knicks Nation, how you doing? This is Sincere from Sincere Knicks Fan 34. How are you doing? Whoo, man, your boy, man, been busy lately. Been busy, and I gotta admit, I gotta apologize to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been a lot of things going on around here. I missed a few games. Well, I ain't missed a few games, but the idea has been where I had to deal with some family situations, and had to go take care of that. So priorities had to go first. So we did what we had to do. You know what I'm saying? So with that all being said, I was happy about the Denver game. Not so happy about the Laker and Clipper game. You know what I'm saying? But I was okay with the Utah game, which is what we're going through. What we're going through right now, right? What we're going through right now is the Utah game. I'm happy with the overall outcome because in the beginning our defense absolutely was abysmal. I don't know what they were thinking. But before we get into all that, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's make this thing happen. Let's make it happen, right? YouTube, we're still just a few people away from 100, all right? My TikTok people, thank you very much. Thank you very, 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 very much, all right? So with that going on, our New York Knicks, if you haven't subscribed, like, share, subscribe, comment. All right, back to the show. So we're back to the whole Utah Jazz New York Knicks situation, right? Our New York Knicks won 134 to 117. Brunson did his thing, 28 points, 8 assists. Clarkson, masterpiece, 27 points. He did his thing. Karl-Anthony Towns, 21 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. Not bad. OG Anunoby with 22 points, 2 steals. Mitchell Robinson with 6 points, 13 rebounds. 8 of those 13 were offensive rebounds. Monster game, in my opinion. Monster game. You know what I'm saying? What I was impressed with was the 37 assists. The 37 assists was pretty impressive. Our New York Knicks can do a whole lot more damage. Anybody's a Utah Jazz fan, I have a good number of Utah Jazz fans out there. I see you. I'm not going to make any disrespectful comments, right? All I'm saying is I was not surprised the Knicks won. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? But the New York Knicks, we need to play better defensively. We need to be consistent. We can't keep trying to bounce back from 10-point, 20-point deficits and expect that to be the recipe for success moving towards the playoffs. I mean, it's almost April. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be putting it in and letting everybody know you need to get out the way because we coming. That's what's supposed to be right now. And the idea is the New York Knicks, as a team, we can flex. We can flex because we're in the 3rd seed. But we're only a few games away from being able to take over the 2nd seed. We could be the number 2 seed and make the thing happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll be honest. I think this is the analysis part. I think part of the reason why they're not as effective offensively and especially defensively is because this is a brutal month when it comes to the scheduling. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a lack of care. I don't think it's a lack of intensity. There's a lot of games against very quality teams, and there's a great number of back-to-backs in the month of March for the New York Knicks. That's my opinion. I don't think they don't want to win. I know and believe in my heart to be true. These guys want to win, and they want to win well. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to make a statement. But it's hard to do when you're flying in and out all over, having back-to-back games, going against great teams and others who are competitive. It's a lot in this month of March. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to give a lot of excuses because if they were winning more, then I'd be like, well, look at them. Look at all the people they out there dominating, right? But that's also the reality. They're out there going against some fairly quality teams. They went against OKC and Denver, you know what I'm saying? And the Clippers. Don't sleep on the Clippers because they are a very good team, right? So the idea is the New York Knicks, we have some teams that we might be able to go against and do well against them. But the idea is the number of games in the particular month of March, it's a great number of teams. When we come into April, you know what I'm saying? At that point in time, I'm expecting this team to really be focused. I'm really expecting some more tenacity, more intensity, more focus on defense and execution because that's what we're going to need when it comes to the playoffs. So the last couple of weeks has been the idea trying to see what was going on with Sohan and what we were getting with Alvarado. And we kind of got an idea of what we're getting. So I don't think it's going to be a thing of keep playing around with the lineups per se. I mean, Clarkson was a different situation in this particular game because it's a homecoming for him. And he showed out as he was supposed to. He did what he was supposed to do. He showed out. He showed up and showed out. So he did what he was supposed to do. But I'm expecting our New York Knicks, to pick up the tempo, pick up the defense, and give more of a concerted effort on focus. Because we're turning the ball over more than I like. Our defense is not as crisp as it should be. So I'm expecting us to try to work this whole thing out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not concerned really when we get into the playoffs because, we got more time between games and working on strategy and working things out there. But I do realize that we can go from being the number 3 seed to the 2 seed. We can go from the 2 seed, 3 seed down to the 4th seed if we are not continuing to build on wins. So that's what the main focus is continue to try to stack up some wins so we can go and be in a very advantageous situation going into the playoffs. Because we're going to the playoffs regardless. But it does make our path to the chip just a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what's going on. But I'm happy to say my man Diawara is still, I said it in the summertime, keep an eye on that man. And that dude is, that dude special. So keep an eye on him because I think it's going to be a real great combination and level of chemistry, especially when Deuce McBride comes back. You know what I'm saying? I am assuming he's going to come back, and he's going to come back with a vengeance because he likes and loves to play. And he definitely loves playing in New York. So with all that being said, I'm expecting an uptick. I'm expecting the energy to be back. I'm expecting there to be a better level of focus, defense, and wins. You know what I'm saying? So that's my hope. That's my expectation. We will see. So with all that being said, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, share, comment. All right? I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Let's get it.